Good day to you, Professor. I'm Manizah, and today I'll be presenting to you the demarcation of science problem and homeopathy as an example of pseudoscience. Firstly, what is science? According to Science Council, science is the pursuit and application of knowledge and understanding of the natural and social world following a systematic methodology based on evidence. There is often a problem of distinguishing science from pseudoscience. There are many criteria to classify something as being scientific. Science would have a standard procedure which allows anyone to reproduce and replicate to obtain the same results. One very important demarcation of science is suggested by Karl Popper that one counter evidence will lead to the falsification of theory. A scientific theory is one which is corroborated multiple times and cannot be ultimately refuted. Similarly, pseudoscience claims to have scientific beliefs incorporated in them, but does not have any standard scientific practices. There is no evidence to back up the claims of pseudoscience. At first glance, pseudoscience may seem logical, but in fact it relies on proving its beliefs right, then refuting its claims. The benefits of pseudoscience are very subjective. One classic example of pseudoscience can be seen in the field of alternative medicine, and that is homeopathy. So, what is homeopathy? Homeopathy relies on the idea that the body will cure itself naturally. It works on the principle of like cures like, and that the same toxin that causes symptoms in the body can be used to treat these symptoms when a diluted dose is delivered to the body. In homeopathic treatment, the practitioner takes a totality approach to cure the patient or improve his overall well being. However, the pills are diluted about 30 folds, such that the pills are equivalent to taking placebo pills. This is as opposed to Western medication. The general misconception is that homeopathy is better than Western medication, as the latter manufactures pills made of artificial substances, while homeopathy uses natural ingredients to cure the body. This is a myth. Most Western medication have ingredients which are also derived from nature itself. For instance, the antibiotic penicillin is derived from Penicillium fungi. Western medicine is deeply rooted in scientific principles. These medications have been tried and tested multiple times, whether it is on human subjects in clinical trials or animal testing. These drugs work along the molecular pathway in the human body, often targeting specific processes or molecules to reduce the symptoms. The results in Western medicine, unlike homeopathy, are quantifiable with laboratory tests done before and after the intake of a drug. There are often devastating effects on over-relying on pseudoscientific practices like homeopathy. This can be seen in the recent example of the death of 7-year-old Ryan Alexander Lovett. Ryan had a group A streptococcus infection which was easily treatable by antibiotics. His death was caused by the delayed medical treatment, as his mother chose to treat him using homeopathic herbal remedies instead of antibiotics. Although his death was not caused directly by the homeopathic treatment, this example does highlight the dangers of relying on something that is not validated by science. Why do people still believe in homeopathy today? There are more than 200 million people who prescribe to homeopathic treatments even today. Homeopathy is currently being used in over 80 countries. It has a legal recognition as an individual system of medicine in 42 countries and is recognized as part of complementary and alternative medicine in 28 countries. The prevalence and popularity of such alternative medicine practices are mainly due to people wanting to be hopeful that there is a miracle cure to their diseases. This is especially more common with patients with chronic diseases such as cancer, whereby about 25 to 50% sought alternative treatment alongside Western medication to improve their health. Another problem is that the long term usage of drugs have side effects, and non Western medication uses natural ingredients that do not pose this problem. In a nutshell, pseudoscience practices claiming to have scientific value is of ever growing concern today. Insufficient knowledge about these practices might lead to many falling victims to such quackery. What is even more alarming is the over reliance on practices such as homeopathy, which might lead people to becoming ignorant and delaying medical treatment. They believe that the body is going to cure itself naturally one day, when this can, in fact, lead to life threatening situations, as shown in the earlier example. As long as countries such as Canada legalize and validate homeopathic practitioners, pseudoscientific practices are bound to continue as people opt for more natural miracle cure of their body. Thank, thank you for your time. We have come to the end of our presentation.